feel the heat. It's so nice.
I just want to let you know that I deserve it. Got so many things to show, that's what I'm saying. And it don't want me to know, but I do anyway. Even though so long ago you tried to break me. You don't.
Why did you put the camera down?
All right, we are now in Nice, officially. Crazy day so far. Just met my mom. She came from Toronto, Canada. And Mimi's dad is missing. He missed his flight because his passport was expiring in 3 months. So, alright, we're just talking about in some situation you have to use your phone. But what we're just saying, yeah, he missed his flight because if you, this is a good tip for you guys. When you fly internationally, make sure your passport has at least 6 months on it. If it has less than 6 months, they can pretty much deny you entry, even though your passport is still valid. That's what happened to him. That's kind of sad. Another big thing is UK voted to leave the EU, so that's why we're in France. We just left the UK. We're like, all right, screw it. We're going to France. Nah, just joking. We're just here for a family vacation, and also some kind of things that we're going to be holding retreats for our company. So it's all good. Yeah, I'm really excited to be here. It's sunny. It's not like London. I also haven't been vlogging for a while because it's just been gloomy in London. We've just been working. That's all we've been doing there. So even though you see consistent vlogs, there's gaps of like weeks sometimes. So yeah, so we're back. We're excited. Good to have my mom here, Mimi's mom, family. Yeah, I'll go help her out. Alright, so we finally arrived at our little place here in Côte d'Azur.
Just chillaxing now.
Just chillaxing. What a day.
Crazy day.
Wow.
It's even hard to explain it verbally.
Yeah, so much
the amount
happened
of
today.
stuff that got down.
Yeah, it's crazy. Just in every way, I think for everybody. It was really a day to be remembered. Yeah, but you're good to be here and settled and just relaxing.
You should explain why.
Which part? I don't know where to start.
To start somewhere.
Well, I think I already said about Mimi's dad missing a flight.
Oh, you did. I missed that. Yeah.
I talked about...
Then we had to look for your mom.
Yeah.
From one terminal to another.
Yeah. We found our mom. That's what you guys saw.
Then you were trying to call the customer service to retrieve my dad's flight back to Toronto.
Oh yeah, maybe I'll just make a video about this. Because I think it's a really important lesson just in general for you guys. I think it's something that I learned today as well. Number one, like I said before, is make sure you have your passports at least 6 months before you travel internationally. Because I think what happened with him is not that, I think they would have let him on the flight because he still had 3 months of validity on his passport. But I think what happens, and if people who work in the airline industry, if you guys can comment below, let me know if this is true. What I believe happens when the flight is overbooked, which happens quite often,
especially in the summer.
Yeah, they look
like busy season.
Then they then look out for people who are under that 6 months or 3 months, whatever it may be, and then they X them and say, sorry, you can't be on this flight, just for them to make money. So let me know if this is true. If you guys know about this, the inside, the airline stuff, I'd love to know. But the second, oh, sorry. 1 second. Mimi's like, you should always put your phone on speaker and record the calls.
It's interesting.
Well, I'm like, but it was like a long call, so I'm like, I didn't know how long it was gonna go. It was actually because yeah. So what happened because he missed the flight, we rebooked a one-way flight for him, and that was just Priceline calling to confirm that I'm the guy who actually booked. And I had to confirm card details and all that stuff.
For the flight that's tonight.
For the flight that's tonight. He's flying out right now.
In a couple of hours.
Literally in like an hour. So he's flying here. We're going to meet him tomorrow. But the thing is, here's the thing. And this is something that I really want to get your thoughts on. And to, if you believe this is a scam and a fraud, which I believe it is. So we booked a flight for like Suleiman, his dad. Like I said, he got denied because his passport was valid but was expiring in 3 months, so they said sorry, you can't.
Even though he's only flying for like a week.
Yeah, he's
I don't even know how it makes sense for them not to let him in on the flight when he has a return flight that's in like literally 6 days or 7 days.
Yeah, so it's 5 days.
Like it's all within.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, it's 5-day flight.
Doesn't make sense.
It was nothing crazy. Oh, I love the birds. And then so what happened was. So here's the like, I don't mind, we rebooked, like I understand, you know, he things happen, he missed it, okay, cool, that's his fault.
He didn't miss it.
No, yeah, but he didn't miss it, but he didn't have his passport and check, so that's cool, whatever, like our loss, mistake, you miss a flight, you do whatever happens. But here's the thing, and this is where I think it's a fraud and it's a scam, and this is something that I really believe
it's very unethical and
I think
alarming.
It's unethical and alarming. So what happens is, if you miss or don't go to the first flight, your return flight is no longer valid. So basically, we tried calling and they said that's our policy. So meaning we're out like $1,500, right, for his flight out. Like you can't even get the return flight back.
Which doesn't make sense. Let's say you miss your flight and then maybe your friend is like uber wealthy and they're like, hey, I'll fly you there in a private jet.
Or you just rebook.
I don't know. It doesn't matter how you get there. You take the train, you swim there. Somehow you get to your destination, but then you can't fly back.
Yeah.
Because you never made it on the first flight.
So the question to you guys, do you guys think it's fair that the airline can take your money and not give you at least half of what you paid for just because you missed it?
Or at least let you use the flight back.
Yeah, like I said, just the flight back. I didn't request for the flight there. I just said, hey, like, is he still cool to use this flight back? And they said no. So this is pretty crazy. I'm still going to try to call them. And I would love to hear from you guys, like, if you guys are in the airline industry, like. But I think most importantly, what I want to talk to you guys about is that as businesses and companies, we have to go further than just policy, right? It's a bad excuse to say that, hey, this is our policy, sorry, we can't do anything about it. But like, what if something was happening on the other side, and like I did that in a way, like say somebody, you know, they really didn't have a lot of money, and then they spent this money on the ticket, and then they did it, and then maybe there was somebody across the world waiting for them. Maybe it was their,
and that's all they got.
And that's
like,
all they got.
They couldn't rebook the flight, you know.
So like, and there's no empathy from these airliners and businesses, and I think it's really important, something that even, you know, we're going to also have a retreat here for our businesses here with Luxy Hair, and what we always talk about is like, guys, if there's a valid reason for, we'll say, return past 30 days or something really happens, like, and it's a real, like, it's a real reason, like, and you understand, like, you just go out of your way. You know, we in our business, we take losses all the time, right? When it's not outside of policy, or it's something like, you know, but the thing is, you make exceptions sometimes when it's fair, when you know the person's truly not scamming you, and you feel the emotion,
not
especially
trying to abuse.
Not trying to abuse you. I understand. Trust me, I understand.
We respect the policies,
there's people that abuse it, but what I always talk about in our company is that we can't let 99% of people suffer just because there's 1% of scammers out there. And this is just it's very important just in our society in general, is that we don't have that rule of guilty until proven innocent, but you're innocent until proven guilty. And so many businesses and so many just things that we do in society is the other way around. Mm-hmm. And I really encourage, if you're a business owner, or just especially if you're working in airlines or anything like that, is to bring it up to your management, to talk about, just even within your companies, because I think that's really how we create just better
Change.
businesses, and most importantly is to empower empathy and decision making within your customer service staff. I think it's really important, and it really goes a long way. So this is really just what I want to say. This will be the end of my vlog today, so it's a little, it's a little different of a vlog, but I really want to talk about this because I think it's really important. Just for people, just for businesses, is to have empathy. Bring empathy into your business. It's not just about money. If you're gonna earn money that way by scamming people, especially like people's hard-earned, like I said, I told the guy like I'm grateful that I have resources that I'm able to book him another flight, book him a return flight, and do all that stuff.
But it sucks though. It's a lot of money. It's not fair.
Yeah, exactly. Number one, I don't like throwing away money. But number two is I feel for so many people because I've been in that situation.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's like millions of people in the same situation and they cannot rebook. It's really heartbreaking.
Yeah, or they go into debt and they have to repay that. It's just we have to really go out of our ways. So on that note, highly recommend reading the book Debt. It's a really good book. I might talk about it more detail.
I thought you said you're gonna do a thing.
I might do a review.
Was it that book or something else?
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do Ego is the Enemy, which I'm reading right now by Ryan Holiday.
Yeah, lots of videos to record.
But for now, I'll just leave you guys off with this view. Ciao. Is there anything you want to say or add?
I just enjoyed listening to you.
All right. Love you guys. Spread love, empathy.
Have a good night.
Bye.